Hey everyone, this is Coach JC Libiran. Welcome to our Wholehearted Journey. And in this conversation, we're going to talk about Day 20. Share your story. As early as now, I want to share this question for our conversation. Join me. What is the title of your life story? And what kind of story are you having now? So, kung bibigyan ng pagkakataon na magkaroon ng pamagat ang title ng iyong storya, ang buhay mo, ano ito? Ano ang title, no? Anong pamagat? At what kind, no? Is it horror? Is it action? Is it drama? Is it romance? No? Is it comedy? Or a mixture of that? So again, maraming salamat. Join me in this conversation. Sama-sama po tayo. Once again, welcome to our Wholehearted Journey. And in this conversation, we're going to talk about Share Your Story. This is chapter 20 or day 20 sa ating pong libro that I've been reading for the past weeks. And Wholehearted, 21 Ways to Live a Courageous Life. Letting you know that I think 5 days, 6 days ago, medyo tumigil muna po tayo. I was under the weather. So rin po ang aking biyahe coming from Cebu and then other engagement as well. But we want to finish this. So this is second to the last kasi hanggang day 21 tayo. So just want to help you all. Day 19 of the 21-day challenge, ang ating message, be a lifelong learner. And the reflection that was given is, do you have a growth plan? Do you have a detailed, strategic, and scheduled plan for your personal growth? What has been working for you to support your growth? And I did challenge everyone to commit, create a growth plan for you and your team. Benchmark the people you look up to and compare notes with them. If possible, meet those who have been able to develop a successful growth plan that is worth emulating. Alright, maraming salamat. Join me once again in the conversation. This is Coach JC Libiran. I love to talk about personal development, content creation, and creative entrepreneurship. Kaya if you are in line, no, with all of those topics that I've shared, or at least one of them, or kung nandito ka, I believe it's not an accident that you are joining us in this conversation. Thank you as you tag your friends and share this Facebook Live. Alright, everybody, take a deep breath. Inhale, exhale. Those who tell the stories rule the world. Hopi American Indian proverb. Chapter 20. Share your story. What are your dreams for the future? Is there something that you've been waiting for? A dream or wish you've been asking for? Good relationships, a great career, to be debt free? What we expect, we experience. My family is a living testimony of what it takes to wait for something special. Allow me to share with you the story that my wife Emmeline wrote to encourage us to keep on waiting for God's best to happen in our lives. In God's perfect time, the best is yet to come. Trust and surrender. These statements became my favorite hope declarations for almost 5 years. It all started in October 2012. It all started in October 2012 when we first found out that we were pregnant. We had our first checkup and the baby's heartbeat was music to our ears. JC and I were so excited that we shared this great news to our family and friends in Facebook. After 10 months of being married, after 10 months of being married, we will finally become parents. My heart stopped. December 2012 came and we had our second checkup. We were excited to see our baby again. When our OB-GYN, short for obstetrician, gynecologist, did the ultrasound, she said something was wrong. She couldn't see and hear the baby's heartbeat. She tried it again, twice, thrice, but still got the same result. There's no heartbeat, she said. Still, not convinced about the result and still keeping our hopes high that our baby was still alive, we did another ultrasound after 3 days with another doctor. Unfortunately, we confirmed that we lost our baby. Even if we haven't seen or touched our baby, we named him Isidro. He was named after the San Isidro Labrador Church in Valenzuela City, where we went after knowing that we lost our baby. We were so devastated. We thought everything was perfect. We have a wonderful family. Our marriage is very strong and we were happy. December is our anniversary month, and Christmas should be the happiest season of the year. But it wasn't for us. Not this time. We were crying our hearts out. I questioned God why He would let this happen to us. Why us? During those times, we were blessed to have a very loving family and friends and the support of the Light of Jesus community. Because of what happened, our marriage became stronger and we learned to trust and surrender to God's will for us. The best is yet to come. October 2013 came, we got pregnant again. This time around, we only let our family know about our pregnancy, since our first pregnancy was very traumatic and my fear of having another miscarriage was still there. My fate continues. Unfortunately, our biggest nightmare happened. I had a miscarriage again in December 2013. This time, it was a blighted ovum, which means a baby sac was formed, but the baby didn't continue to develop. It happened on the exact month, a year after we lost our first baby, the day before our wedding anniversary. I underwent another procedure to remove the baby inside me. We named our second baby Faith, so that we will be reminded not to lose our faith in God despite this time of sadness and grief. Our hope continues. We got pregnant again in 2014. We decided to consult another OB. This time, I conceived in the month of April. With fingers crossed, I said to myself maybe this would be a different kind of pregnancy since I started getting pregnant in April. But unfortunately, I miscarried again. It was again a blighted ovum. We named our third baby Hope. Despite the challenges, we will continue to hope that someday God will fulfill our heart's deepest desires. My OB at that time recommended for me to take the APAS test to check if the miscarriages was caused by my immune system rejected any foreign. My OB at that time recommended for me to take the APAS test to check if the miscarriages was caused by my immune system rejecting any foreign thing inside my body. It came out negative, which was a good thing. She didn't recommend any further tests, and she said to just rest and try to conceive again. So we decided to consult another doctor, Dr. Candy Papa, who is also a life coach. She was referred to us by a good friend from a leadership community we became part of. The first time we met her, we were crying, including her. We really felt her sincerity through her words and stories. She recommended us to take supplements while doing our workup to help in our pregnancy journey. Our love continues. November 2015 arrived. I took a pregnancy test and it came out positive. So I told our OB-GYN about this. We were supposed to have an ultrasound after 2 weeks. But before we had it, I had an abdominal pain and I was rushed to the hospital. After several tests, they couldn't find what caused the pain, so I was discharged from the hospital. After several tests, they couldn't find what caused the pain, so I was discharged from the hospital. Then after a few days, we went to our OB-GYN and did an ultrasound. She couldn't find the sac. She said it's possible that we encountered a false positive pregnancy, which means the pregnancy test result came out positive, but the pregnancy did not push through, even before the sac was formed. Despite what had happened, I was just thankful because there was no need to undergo a DNC again, and that the abdominal pain was not caused by an ectopic pregnancy. Despite what had happened, I was just thankful because there was no need to undergo a DNC again, and that the abdominal pain was not caused by an ectopic pregnancy. Even though my OB-GYN did not consider this a pregnancy, we still name our fourth baby Love. This will remind us to just love, especially the young people who we're looking after. Even though my OB-GYN did not consider this as pregnancy, we still name our fourth baby Love. This will remind us to just love, especially the young people who we were. This will remind us to just love, especially the young people who were looking who we were. Let me repeat that. This will remind us to just love, especially the young people who we were looking after in our campus missions. We continue to believe. We decided to continue with the workup while still taking the supplements and other meds. We decided to continue with the workup while still taking the supplements and other meds. In February 2016, JC and I joined the Holy Land Pilgrimage Receive Your Miracle led by Brother Bo Sanchez. We were so blessed to be part of the pilgrimage. The experience was amazing. The most memorable part for me was when we went to the miraculous place in Bethlehem called Milk Grotto. It was said that the Milk Grotto was the one. It was said that the Milk Grotto was the place where the Holy Family took shelter during the lot. It was said that the Milk Grotto was the place where the Holy Family took shelter in during the slaughter of the innocents before their flight to Egypt. Mary spilled her milk while breastfeeding Jesus and turned the walls of that place into white. This is where the white powder came from. Most of the devotees' pictures showing their babies were posted there. Seeing those pictures gave us hope. We bought some of the powder and started our devotion to Our Lady of the Milk Grotto. A few weeks after our Holy Land trip, I took a hysterogram procedure to see if there was any blockage in my fallopian tube. Another good thing about this procedure was this could help in removing the blockage if there's any. My OB-GYN found a slight blockage on the left side of my fallopian. My OB-GYN found a slight blockage on the left side of my fallopian tube. So hopefully this could help remove the blockage and help in my pregnancy. On April 29, 2016, I took a pregnancy test and it was positive. I felt excited and at the same time nervous. I kept on praying that my pregnancy would be safe and healthy. We scheduled an ultrasound after 2 weeks. While waiting for our turn, I was really nervous and trembling. Having an ultrasound and seeing the status of my baby already became traumatic to me. I had to listen to relaxing music and meditate just to calm myself down. We were crying and sobbing when we saw the ultrasound. We could see and hear our baby's heartbeat. We only let a few people know about this progress in our pregnancy: our immediate family, our light group, and some of the feast builders and their wives. I was on bed rest for the first 4 months and was not allowed to go out. I had to religiously take my supplements and meds and insert suppositories. I was on bed I was on bed rest for the first 4 months and was not allowed to go out. I had to religiously take my supplements and meds and insert suppositories, progesterone, 4 times a day. My knees trembled and I felt fear every time we were having an ultrasound. As I am writing this, I'm teary-eyed remembering what we've gone through. Our pregnancy journey was not easy. I got pregnant every year since 2012, but they only lasted for 2 to 3 months. We grieved in every miscarriage, but we did not lose hope. We did everything we could and just trusted and surrendered them to God because we believe that God has better plans. God answered prayers. Today, I'm happy to share with you that we have a healthy baby girl. We named her Eliana Sophia. Eliana meaning God answered our prayers, and Sophia meaning lover of wisdom. She was born on December 20, 2016, and we celebrated our 5th wedding anniversary and Christmas in a very special way. This is just the beginning. There'll be more miracles to come. This story is not just for us. We share the story with you and invite you to experience your own miracle story. Remember, God has always been faithful to you, yesterday, today, and tomorrow. My wife's testimonial still gives me goosebumps, chills, and giddy feelings on how God showed His faithfulness through this miracle story. After 5 years of waiting and 4 failed pregnancies, we now get to enjoy the hugs and kisses of our daughter Yana. God truly answers. God truly answers. God truly answers prayers in His perfect time. Our miracle story has been featured in Kerigma magazine, now called Feast Magazine, and many other platforms, and our family even made it to a billboard in EDSA with family photos in the studios of Great Image in the Philippines. How did all these things happen? Only by God's grace. Only by God's grace. And also because we were not afraid to share our story. Between my wife and I am definitely the talker, contrary to popular belief that wives talk most of the time. But I encourage Emily to just write down our story and post it online to encourage other people to hold on to God's promises and to trust in His perfect timing. Her testimonial became viral and we got lots of personal messages thanking us for sharing our story. because it gave them hope and inspired them to hold on and just try again. Fast forward to today, most of these couples are gifted with a child as well. Praise God for His faithfulness. So, what are you waiting for? Discover your life story, write it down, and share it. It's no longer yours. It's meant to be shared for God's purpose. Day 20 of the 21-day challenge. Let's reflect. If your life will be made into a movie, what will be its genre and title? Why do you say so? Let me challenge you. Let's commit. Write or rewrite your life story and choose the best platform to share it. You can begin sharing your story to those who know you, or given a chance creates opportunities to share your story to others. It's up to you as long as you share your story. Chapter 20, Share Your Story. Everybody take a deep breath, inhale, exhale. Maraming salamat. Thank you for joining me in reading day 20 of our Wholehearted 21 Ways to Live a Courageous Life. If some of you would like to get a copy of this, it will be made available. Just message me. Exclusively sa akin lang po. Wala po in any other bookstores. And if you want to have a meetup, I regularly serve at the Feast Bay Area. And this coming September 3, I'll be in PICC. So, umaga lang po, session 9 to 12 p.m. Feel free to message me ahead of time. If you want to get a copy of this, I can have it signed. We can have a photo together, and we can have a chat as well. Equally, I'm excited because I'm launching two books. One digital, We Are Growth, uh, How to Grow Beyond Any Crisis with May Gomez, and hard copy, Life Begins Today, this coming September. So I'm really excited to share with you more details on how you can do pre-order. But in the meantime, I hope that this has been a blessing to you, our conversation. Let me leave you again with our conversation. I think question, what is the title of your life story and what kind of story are you having now? Maraming salamat. Thank you once again. Thank you for tagging your friends and sharing this Facebook Live.